Good morning. It's Gary Champion, psychic medium. I spaced out there. Just as I was going to, I get these cryptic messages all the time. I don't know what they mean. I'm going to give you one of those. I got it last night as I was going to sleep. It was about 10 o'clock. I was laying in bed. I was talking with my wife about something and drifted off and heard the words Dugway Proving Grounds. Got out of bed, came in the office, wrote it down. I don't know what it means. I know I didn't sleep all night. It was that and something else. I don't know. I'm writing a book, and the book is a fictional account of something, and the combination of the two was more than my little brain could handle. Anyway, Dugway Proving Grounds, and I'm thinking, I don't know what that is. Have no idea. I remember many years ago hearing it as a child. Someone mentioned something about Dugway Proving Grounds, so I wasn't unfamiliar with it. I just didn't know what it was. Well, here's what it is, and you can figure it out. I don't know if it's significant or not. Bound to be, or I wouldn't get it. I don't get silly stuff. Oh, they're coming out with a new version of chocolate ice cream. I wouldn't get that. I might get Elvis talking to me. But Dugway Proving Ground, Utah. Really, it says down here at the bottom. They put it at the bottom. Up the top is what they're doing now, but actually at the bottom is what they're known for. Dugway Proving Ground is a nation's designated major range and test facility for chemical and biological defense. I didn't know we still had anything like that. I thought biological weapons were banned. Test facility based for chemical and biological defense. Testing and countering weapons of mass destruction. Okay, that maybe has something to do with it there. Weapons of mass destruction support. Conducting efficient testing and support to enable our nation's defenders to counter chemical, biological, radiological, and explosives hazards. Dugway Proving Ground. Unparalleled testing, evaluation, training, and technical support to the Department of Defense. And they have a website. Thought this was a secret base. It's kind of my first thinking. I think it's 85 miles outside of Salt Lake City. So it is. It's practically inaccessible, and I guarantee you that you can't get on it. You can't drive to it. You can't parachute into it. You can't fly over it. You can't do anything. Testing for biological weapons and something else. Weapons of mass destruction and testing and countering weapons of mass destruction. And something new. Generating data that will develop algorithms to detect multiple vehicles of varying sizes at a distance after they have passed. Was one component of a recent test at Dugway Proving Ground, Utah. Now, why would you announce that if it's secret? If it's a secret base in the middle of nowhere in the desert, why would you announce that you do chemical, biological, weapons of mass destruction algorithms to detect multiple vehicles of varying sizes at a distance after they passed? Why would you do this? And there's one more here. 3 years ago, when a system to detect ground disturbances from afar required testing, this company, I'm not going to give you the name, began looking for the perfect site. It found that site in Dugway Proving Ground, deep in the West Utah desert, but only 85 miles from Salt Lake City. It's an international airport. So they're also testing for ground disturbances. I know they're not talking about groundhogs. Interesting. Started this in 1942. Sounds like I'm doing a commercial for these guys. I'm not. I'm just waiting for someone to tell me what's going on, and they may not want me to know, or it might put me in danger if I said what I knew. Biological weapons is primarily what they do. I can assume it probably has something to do with that. Anyway, and perhaps something's gotten loose. And it goes on and on. Has a reputation for keeping its testing and activities close hold. I don't think so. This is on the internet, so they're not guarding any of this information. They're printing it out. You can find it. You can print it. Here's what we do. Biological testing. Countering weapons of mass destruction. Ground movement. Underground movement. Trucks passing. Here's what we do. It's not a secret, but they're acting like they keep it hidden. Maybe they're doing other things there. Things that aren't on the sheet, which is probably a better guess. I don't know what. I have no idea. Wouldn't know what it was. I don't want to go find out. But anyway, a little video about something I heard going to. Okay, now they're starting to open up. The testing is ongoing for biological weapons. The testing is ongoing for biological weapons, creating biological weapons. But I thought it was illegal to have such things, so why are we in a nationwide ban on that stuff? Although a lot of foreign countries have used it. I'm not going to name names, so I'd have to look at it myself, but there's been chemical weapons used on people to control their own population. Hopefully not in this country. But, and of course they deny it. I think Saddam's little mess had something to do with that. They used it on themselves and a couple other countries over there. Anyway, let's hope something from this doesn't get used and loose. We create these biological weapons because they're cheap and they're effective and they kill a lot of people without destroying everything else. They were used in World War I. They had anybody that had a grandfather in World War I probably had him gassed in the Argonne forest. It was a mustard gas then. It was terrible. It killed people. That was the first one that I ever heard about. I had a grandfather in World War II. He was in the Ardennes. I think that was part of the thing. The part of the drill was you had a gas mask to put on. He, however, never spoke about World War I. Not one word. Not his rank, not where he was, not who he was. I think that did come out in the Argonne. I think he did mention that. And he had a lot of coinage from France. They were aluminum during World War II. They didn't have silver, precious metals for coins, so he had a lot of aluminum coins from France from World War I. It's 1914, 1918, somewhere in there. We got in that late. So I don't know what all this means. The proving ground is still testing biological weapons. And who would care about that? It's never come up over supper here. But someone obviously thought they would tell me about it. The spirit didn't tell me what their name was. Because I was asleep. But I woke up, came in and wrote it down. Just said Dugway Proving Grounds. It's 3 words. They could have just said Dugway. I'd have looked it up. There isn't any other place called Dugway that I know of. You type in Dugway and Proving Grounds comes up pretty quick. Ongoing testing of biological weapons, as though we might have a use for them. That bothers me. And I don't want to get on either side of we need our military. If we didn't have the military, there'd be people landing on the shores, killing everybody with whatever they could. And no one to stop them. Military's a big wing of this country. A lot of people involved, a lot of people, careers, a lot of patriots. I don't want to get in on that. Love the military, don't like killing. If you ever met anybody in the military, they're just great people to know. So I say my brother was in the military, my grandfather was in the military, my father was in the military. World War I, World War II, Vietnam. I did not serve. I'm not proud of that, but I'm too flaky to put on a uniform. I never was asked. I never was drafted. Anyway, for those of you who did serve, thank you very much. We have a nice, strong country because of it. This is not anti-military. This is not anti-United States. This is not anti-anything except death. This is anti-death. Don't like to see unnecessary deaths. Why are we using biological and chemical weapons? Why are we still developing them if we don't have a use for them, if they've been banned? Probably just in case someone uses them on us, which could be a possibility. Okay, rambled on long enough. I don't think they're going to tell me anymore. This is how a lot of my videos start. I get something and then I begin to talk about it, and then they give me information as I stumble along. I have to shut off my conscious mind. Communication for a medium comes at the subconscious level, not at the conscious level. I'm not consciously thinking anything when I get them. Most of you have had these same communications. You're going to sleep, you're not awake, you're not asleep yet, you're kind of in that dream mode, and then that's when you hear things. My mother used to just say my name just at that time when I was going to sleep. She's been gone a long time, but I would hear her, she would just say my name. I don't know if it was her, she was watching over me. Dugway Proving Grounds isn't something I want to hear as I'm going to sleep. But I thought I would provide it to you, maybe something to think about, talk about. Maybe something will be on the news. I'm not aware of anything. Anyway, hate death. It's not what I do. Although I talk to the dead, that doesn't, I've never sent anybody there. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.